Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yesterday's Tomorrow's. My name is Kim. Thank you for joining me on my segment today with Craft Around the Clock. Everything is apples. I hope you've been enjoying the day today, guys, with all the other presenters. They've done wonderful crafts today with apples. It's so funny. You get, I don't know how many presenters are going to be on today, and everybody, and the theme is apples, and everybody will do something totally different. So it's just amazing. And I've had a wonderful time watching everybody create with their apples. Hello, everybody. And if you're here, put the hearts going. So it's people who are not getting notifications can get the notifications. I would so appreciate you. Hello, Angie. Hello, Denny. Thanks for joining. Hello, Debbie. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so what we're going to do today, guys, we are making faux candied apples using resin. You know me. I love my resin. Hello, Janet and Elizabeth. If you're here, come on in, say hello. If you're new to the page, please just let us know that you're new too so we can welcome you. We always like to welcome the newbies. Hello, Anita. How are you? And we got Lisa here today. All right, so we're going to be making faux candied apples, guys, with resin. So let's get started. Now we're going to paint these apples, and we're going to paint them in the color. This is my favorite. This is a true red. It's hard to find a true red. If you try, I know, like if you keep, some has a little bit more orange to it, some have a little bit more brown to it, but this is a real true red, and it's called True Red by Anita's. A friend of mine who does signs, has a sign company, told me that this is the best red. I tried it, and boy, was she right. Hello, Lisa Hawkins and Tanya Debbie from Arkansas. Hello, Lori. Hello, fancy friends. Thanks for joining me. Now, you're probably saying, why are you using green apples just to paint them red when you can buy these styrofoam apples in red? Because the reason is, if you look, I buy my apples on Amazon, guys. The link is down below for my Amazon page for all the supplies I'm using for today's project. If you look at red apples, especially the faux ones, hello, Lisa. You have lots of friends in Sparta. Yay! Maybe I know some of them. Some of the apples that are red, they're not shaped plump like this. You know, if you go to a grocery store and the red apples are plump here, but then they kind of go down like that, like a Red Delicious, or I'm trying to think of another red apple. The Granny Smiths are more of a plump apple. And if you look at candied apples, they're plump looking. They're not in the shape of apples that go like that. So that's why I'm using the green. Hello, Tracy, my sweet friend. How are you? The green apples are a better shape for creating faux candied apples. So that is the reason why. If you want to use the red apples, go right ahead. If you don't mind that shape for your candied apples, but I'm not crazy about that shape. So that's why. That is the only reason why. All right. So let me get my thing and let's do it here. Did somebody say they don't carry Anita's anymore in Hobby Lobby? Oh, I hope not. These are my only two that I have left. Thank you for spreading the joy, Denise. I appreciate it. No more. Oh my goodness, no more. Oh, what am I going to do? All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your popsicle stick, because you want to put that in so when you paint it, it's easier to paint. Now I want my popsicle stick to look a little grungy. I don't want it to look brand new in there. So I just take my archival ink in the color Vintage Photo or Ground Espresso, either one. But the Ground Espresso is just a little bit deeper, depending on what look you're for. There we go. So now you got one that looks a little grungy. Hey, Carol. Hey, Sandy and Sharon. Thanks for coming on today. I appreciate you guys so much. Everything is apples. Remember, it's going to go on for the rest of the day. So how exciting. Our friend Tracy Campbell, our fearless leader, is trying to make Fridays a fun Friday. So every Friday will be a different theme. So look out for the next week's theme. All right. So you can leave that little thing in there or take it out like I do. And then you just stick your, it's easy. Look how easy that is. And you just stick your stick right in there. Voila. There we go. And this is good. It gives you a handle to paint with. There we go. All right, so let's get painting. Oh, let me get my brush going. There we go. Hey, Pamela, how are you? Thank you. And thank you guys for all the hearts. that just gets people who are not getting the notifications. Hopefully we will come into their feed and they can join the party. There we go. All right. So now we're just going to paint this red. And we got Deborah on. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for the hearts, guys. It really works. That, by putting the hearts out there, Mr. FB thinks, wow, there's a party going on there. Let me get this video out there more, for more people to enjoy it. So that's exactly what that's for. There we go. See, look at that. Is that not a candy apple red? I don't know what I'm going to do if Hobby Lobby doesn't carry this. I think I saw somebody on here say that. Oh, boo. Is Hobby Lobby the only one that carries Anita's? I think Anita's was their name brand. I think. I'm doing good. Betty, how are you? I couldn't find a true red. And I asked a friend of mine. She does signs. And she said, this is a great red. And look how easy. All you need is one coat. All you need is one coat. That's it. And if you wanted to leave a little green in there, you know, when you get candied apples, sometimes you can see the color of the apple inside. So it's up to you. I might leave just a little green in there. Just like so. It doesn't matter. I just don't want to get any red on the stick. There we go. Ta-da! How easy is that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's get our dryer and we're going to dry it. Hey, Cynthia. Okay. Then what we're going to do is now we're going to do a resin pour on it to make it look just like a candied apple. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I missed a part. What? I missed it on the bottom. Brenda says she thinks she just changed the label. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. This is my favorite red. For this, anyway. There we go. All right, so I missed that little part on the bottom. All right, so maybe they changed the level. Last time I went to Hobby Lobby, I didn't need any paint, really, so I didn't go check that department. So next time I go, I will check. I just wish my Hobby Lobby wasn't so far away. It's an hour away, so it's not like I just can pop on over. You know, when something's an hour away, so it's like 2 hours out of your day, an hour shopping. So that's 3 hours out of your day. So it's kind of like you got to plan for it, if you know what that means. Hello, Mr. Fancy. Mr. Fancy's watching me. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You always have such kind words, and I do appreciate them all. I really do. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled by it. All right, so there we go. So now we're drying it. Look how quick it dries. See, and it dries to a matte finish. But when you pour your resin pour over it, it's going to look exactly like a candied apple. I kid you not. It's going to be beautiful, and it's just so easy. People are intimidated by resin. Don't be intimidated. I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. You can do this with your grandchildren. If they're a little older, I think they would have fun. Your grandchildren or your kids. You love my tree. Aw, thank you. Mr. Fancy, people are saying hello. Say hello back if you're still on here. Hello, Mr. Fancy. Today's Friday, and he works from home on Friday. So sometimes on Fridays, he'll pop on if he knows I'm on. Here you go. Hey, Kathy, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Mr. Fancy, say hello if you're still here. He might have popped on. I don't know if he popped off or not. Thank you. Yeah, I love my tree too. Right now, we're in between seasons, so now we're like fall, so we're doing a sunflower theme on it. And then I guess right after Halloween, it turns into our Christmas tree. Hey, Patty. Hi, Beverly. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. There we go. All right, it's almost dry. Let's get the bottom. All right, and then we're going to mix our mixture. Now, for my resin, I like to use Envirotex Light. That's my resin of choice. If you have a resin that you like to use, by all means, go ahead and use it. Let's just put that there. Okay, let's move that out of the way, and let me show you what I use. Okay, so this is what I use. I buy it by the big gallons. There we go. Envirotech Light, only because I do a lot of resin pours. I just did a resin, I did a resin pour on my Lazy Susan the other day, if you were able to catch that. So I buy it by the big jug, but I did down below is a link to my Amazon store, and it has the smaller versions of it. But there we go. Envirotech Light. Can you see it? Hobby Lobby's website has the true red paint, and it says it's in stock. Thank you, Debbie Short. I appreciate you doing that for me. Yay! Because I have 2 of them, but each one, you could do that. You know, you get a bunch of them and then you open up each one, and then each one only has about this much left in it. Oh my gosh, right? So between the 2, I don't even have a full bottle of each one. All right, so let's put this off to the side and let's mix our Envirotech Light resin. All right, so when you do this, it's equal parts. It doesn't matter. I get these little plastic Dixie cups. I use a lot of stuff that I just like to throw away because this stuff is sticky. And as a matter of fact, let me get my gloves on. If you do this and you don't have gloves on, it's extremely sticky. The easy way to get it off is after you're done. If you rub your hands with some rubbing alcohol, and it comes off a lot easier than just plain soap and water. Just an FYI. Does your resin have a strong odor? No, Deborah. This one doesn't. It has an odor, but it's not strong. I mean, I can come here and use it, and it's not bothering me. It's just not. So, all right. So it's just equal parts. So it doesn't even. I mean, if you need a measure, maybe you want to get something with a measure, but I don't know. I eyeball it, and so it's only an apple. I'm not going to need that much. So let's just. Well, actually, I have 2 apples here to do. I have 2 apples. I did one last night. I painted it, so we're ready to go. You didn't need to see me paint 2 apples. There we go. So I'm filling it like halfway. These containers are 5 ounces. So right now I probably poured about 2. So it'll be 2 and 2. So that'll equal 4. Let's see if I have any left after that. And when you're using these resin pours, they don't harden as fast as when you do your molds. So you have time to work with it. So if you need more, you will have time to make more and pour it on your apple if that happens. Resin pour, you have a lot more time in between. It doesn't harden up right away. So when you make your apples, it's gonna take 24 hours before them to harden. There we go. So it's equal parts. Is that equal? Yes, that's equal. So it's 24 hours before you're going to be able to touch these apples. And I know you're going to be, and I do the same thing too. Oh, let me touch it to see if it's dry. Don't touch it, because once you touch it, you're going to get a fingerprint in there. Unless you want a fingerprint in your faux candied apple, then go right ahead. But if you wait 24 hours, it's guaranteed to be dry to the touch. I'd give it 72 hours to really make it rock solid hard. Okay, just an FYI. All right, so it doesn't really matter which one you put in first. All right, so let's just put the clear one in. Does not matter. All right, and then you're going to want to stir it for 3 minutes, but stir it like you're stirring if you're folding in egg whites. Don't stir it like you're beating a cake mixture. You don't want to put a lot of bubbles in your mixture, guys. All right, so there we go. So and then we pour this one in. And then I'll have 3 minutes to chit-chat with you ladies. How exciting. When I do resin pours, it's the great part about the resin pour is that then I get to see comments and chit-chat, answer any of your questions. Just say hello to newbies and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, so Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes. There we go. There we go. Alexa just gave me 3 minutes. So you just go like this. Hello, Shannon. Just like if you were folding in egg whites. Just like you're folding in egg whites. That's what you want to do. Just like that. And who do we have here? Hi, Marcy and Barbara. Thanks for joining. Hope you're enjoying everything apples today. That's our craft around the clock theme. Next week is another theme. The week after that is another theme. I think there's another 3 more weeks, if I'm not mistaken, of theme Fridays. Happy Friday. We're trying to come up with fun things to do on Fridays to kick off the weekend. And now that it's going to be starting to be apple season, so you're going to want to get these done and think about what your decor, where you're going to put it in your home and get them ready to go. Hey, Denny. Yeah, these are styrofoam apples. Let me show you right here, guys. There we go. That's what I used right there. It's styrofoam apples. Right down below in my There should be a link to my Amazon store, and it has all the supplies in it. These I got last year. I went on my Amazon store, and they are out of them. They are currently out of stock. So I did put one in there that is close to it. And you'll see there's 3 green and 3 like, I don't even know what apple it would be. It has a little bit of a pink tinge to it, maybe like a pink lady or something like that. But a reason why I picked them is because they have the shape that you're looking for. You do not want like that shape of like a golden delicious. You want a round plump apple. Hello, Chris. Hello, Ocean Breeze and me. Hello, Mary. How are you? Thanks for joining, sweet friend. There we go. So like I said, that's the reason why I picked the green apples. You see how quick that was to put a coat of paint on it. Because the red ones do not have that plump shape. Doesn't give you the shape of the candied apple. So that is the reason why. There we go. And I think, yeah, there we go. All right. So after the 3 minutes is done, you're just going to want to take it and you're just going to want to pour it into another cup, guys. Because what that does is ensures that it's really mixed well. That's all that does. Good afternoon, Sheila. How are you? Thanks for joining, sweet friend. Your apple project today was beautiful. Your apple container, I loved it. And she used some faux apples also in her project. It was so cute with the sunflowers in there. It was adorable. Yes, go follow my friend, Sweetest Creations and Decor. It's great. She's wonderful. And my friend Mary from Ocean Breeze and me. Alexa, cancel. There we go. 3 minutes and we're done. All right. So now you just want to pour it into another container. And this just ensures that it's going to be mixed. All right. Now also the reason why I like to use a paper cup when I'm doing this is because I can form a spout. If I'm using a plastic container, I can't form a spout. And for me anyway, it's easier for me to pour my resin pours or anything that I'm using resin on if it has a spout. It's just easier. It just doesn't come out in one big glop, if that makes sense. All right. All right. So now's the fun part. Okay. So you're going to need a piece of parchment paper because when you're done, you want to put it on parchment paper, guys. You want to put it on parchment paper. All right. So let me, okay, let's do it here. All right. Because you got to put it on parchment paper because then the resin will not stick. Okay. I'm not sure about, this is a foam plate. If you let it drip off of here, will it stick? I'm not sure, but it will not stick to parchment paper. Okay. So after you're done, you put on parchment paper. Okay. So this is as hard as it gets. All right. So now I make my little, see, now you can make a spout and then you just start from the top and just go around just like this and just let it drip. Let it drip. There you go. Drip, 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 drip. There we go. Look at that. Guys, can you see? Can you see what I'm doing? Hopefully you can. There we go. Look at that. How cool. All right. Now I'm just going to let it drip and see if I need to pour on some more. Can you see how it's getting glossy already? Look at that. Look at that candied apple. Oh my gosh. So now I'm just rolling it around and I see I need some more here. There we go. A little bit more here. All right. And just roll it around. Let it drip off. So it's just like when you make your candied apples at home, basically, but you're just using resin. There we go. There we go. And see how it's dripping right there? There we go. See? And now it's just dripping off just like that. So you want to hold it until it's really not dripping off, and then you put it on your parchment paper. See, there we go. Look at that. That's a candied apple. Now, what's going to happen? You don't want it to stop totally from dripping because when you get a candied apple, do you ever notice on the bottom there's that little bit of pour of the candied sugar that they pour on it, and you kind of want that to form, if that makes sense. Oh, I got a little bit right here. That's not. Oh, there we go. All right, so just make sure on the bottom that it's getting coated. There we go. All right. So I don't mind a little bit of that little pool that looks like the candied sugar came down off of it. That I don't mind. All right. So here's my parchment paper. Let me get that out of the way. All right. And then, whoops, let's go that way. You know what, guys? Hold on. You got time. You got time with that. Let me get another plate because it's going to be hard for me to move on just the plain parchment. Hold on. Let me get another plate. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. All right. So you put your parchment paper down on a plate where you're going to be able to move. I don't need this much parchment. So let's move that. There we go. Okay. And then take your apple and just put it on the parchment paper just like that. And there you go. And you're going to let it just drip. How easy is that, right? Looks like a real candied apple. I know, it sure does. Now, I already have one ready to go, but I have some more in here. So I made another one because I'm going to put this in a basket and I want a few candied apples in there. Okay, so let's see. We can get, so remember I told you, you have time to move. See, you can pour some right back. You can pour some right back into your mixture, just like that. Waste not, want not. There we go. Okay. And now just do it again. So have everything already set up, ready to go. All your candied apples painted, ready to go. So you can get them all done in one shot. There we go. So I painted this last night. And I have one already done with this mixture. Because like I said, this takes 24 hours to set up. We wouldn't have time for that today. So there we go. And let it drip, drip, drip. And then kind of just swirl it around like that. If you see on the bottom, some of the parts need to be moved. Now I see right here, there's a spot right here where nothing came on. So now we just pour just like that. And look, guys, right? Doesn't it look just like a candied apple? So easy. Hi, Tina Johnson. Looks just like candy. Yes, it does. There we go. So now if you can see that it's dripping, can you see, guys? Can you see the drip? All right. So it's dripping. All right. So I just wait until it's not like dripping. Because like I said, I want to see a little bit of, and I'm going to show you on the candied apple that I already finished. I want to see a little bit of pour on there, if that makes sense. Okay. So now we're going to put that right there and voila. Now you're going to let that sit 24 hours. Do not touch it. Do not put your fingerprint in there. If you put your fingerprint in there, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get your fingerprint in your candied apple. All right. So now I'm just going to pour this in here. There's a little bit left. And when I get off, I think this should still be okay. And I think I have some more to paint, and I'll paint another one, and I'll do another one. I know, Carol, isn't that neat? And it's so cool. It's so easy to do. So like I said, it doesn't set up. This is not like your resin mold that you do like your sunflowers or, your IOD molds in. This is not the same kind of product. This will give you some time to move. Okay, so hold on. Let me put this in this garbage can over here. Hold on, there we go. There we go. All right. So it's in the garbage can. There we go. All right. And so now let me show you one that is done. Definitely on your to-do list, Anita, try it. And you know what? It's just so much fun to do. I did this last year. Guys, I did do it last year. But when it was the apple theme, I'm like, oh, I got to do it again in case some of you didn't see me do it last year. All right. So here we go. Here is one that's done. Let me get it closer. Now, see what I mean? How right here, it's a little bit of a drip. That's what you want, that little look, because that's what looks like that the sugar came right down onto the apple. It's rock hard after 24 hours. And look, just like a candied apple. Isn't that so cool? Now we're going to decorate it. Now let's decorate our candied apple. Let me show you though real quick right here too. Can you see how it's pooling? There we go. Just like that. Look at that. How cool that looks. So when you take that off, now if you have some that has a little bit too much of a drip and you don't like that much of a drip, you can actually take some scissors after 24 hours and cut around if you think that's too much for you. But like this one right here, look at that, right? Look at that right there. Look at that drip. That's perfect for me. I think that's perfect. So you just leave them and let them go. Now make sure you don't leave them around your house if you got people who like to eat stuff, because they might think it's real and they might take a bite of it while it's setting up. So you got to let them know that's faux. I got these faux muffins one time from Amazon, guys, and my husband thought they were real. I said, and he was going to go eat. I said, they're fake. Don't eat them. Oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, so here we go. We have this one. It's all done. All right. So now we're going to decorate it. Now I have this little tags right here, right? And we're going to put a little tag on it. And we are going to write apples 25 cents or maybe 5 cents. Let's make them 5 cents, right? The economy, wicked cheap. Oh my God. I was packing lunch apples for my son for work. And sometimes they were $4 a pound for apples. What is going on? It was crazy. So anyway, all right. So even though it's looks like coffee stained and tea stained, you want to hit it with this. You love those candied apples? Me too, aren't they? They're so pretty. And they look really nice in your kitchen setup. They're really pretty if you take a cake stand and you can put moss on the bottom of your cake stand. Do it that way, or even a pretty vintage doily, and put those on a cake stand and put those on your kitchen counter or on your kitchen table. That looks really pretty. So there we go. See, just make it look a little bit more vintagey. Are the apples real? No, Connie, they are. These are it. Oh, hold on. I'll show you that one. Whoop. There goes one of the apples. These are them. They are styrofoam, and you can get them. I don't know. You probably could get them other places, but I just got them on Amazon. I just like the shape of it and the size. So, hi Norma, how are you? Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So, and if you just joined, you're saying, why does she use green apples just to paint them red? Is because of the shape. Granny Smith apples have a nicer shape to me than the Red Delicious for a project like this. That's the only reason. That is it. All right, so now we're going to spell the word apples on here, and we're going to write the word 25. What do you think? 25 cents or a nickel? Oh, Cynthia, you're sweet. You're sweet. I don't know. I think 5 cents. Let's have a bargain here. You never find too many bargains lately, so let's have a bargain. Okay, so let's get apples. And remember, I don't go for precision when I put these stamps because it's supposed to be looking old, and you don't want it to look, your writing to, your stamping to look like it's literally perfect. You just don't want that. Apples. Which one am I using here? The vintage photo. I think you could see it good enough. I think when I was doing the writing, maybe I should have used Grad Espresso to make it a little darker, but I think this is going to be okay. All right, so it's APP. The other day I was doing a video, I write pumpkin and I spelled pumpkin wrong because I was in a hurry. I'm on Craft Around the Clock. You got 45 minutes. I was getting so flustered. I was almost out of time, and I spelled pumpkin wrong, but I went and fixed it later on. It's no big whoop. Apples. And now you could put candied apples, but I just put apples. If you wanted to spell out candied apples, by all means you can. Look how cute. Apples. Look at that. Adorable. This set I did get on Hobby Lobby. Now here we go. This was years ago, so who knows if they even have them anymore. But it's with all the, the alphabet on there. So I don't know. It's years ago. All right. And so I wish I had, in a perfect world, and I'm sure they have them, I just don't, a Sharpie in brown to match that. I only have a Sharpie in black, so it's going to be fine. Use what you have. But in a perfect world, I probably would have wanted to go with a brown Sharpie. So I'll look for a brown Sharpie. I'm sure they're on sale with all the Sharpies on sale with the kids these days. You know, with all the back to school stuff. Yeah, see, it's going to be all right. It just doesn't match so good, but there we go. 5 cents. Apples, 5 cents. Yeah, I wish it was brown, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, so now let's take our, hold on, I got some sticky stuff on my hand. Hold on, guys. Thank you, Tracy. All right, we got to get going. I got to get going. Tracy's saying, you don't got that much more time. You don't got that much time. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So we just take a little bit of raffia, guys, just like so. Thank you, Tracy, for telling me that. Okay, raffia. I take a little bit of ribbon, just like so. Right, and I go like this, put it through this hole right here. Whoa, let's see if we get, there we go. There we go. There we go. And I just tie it around just like this. Whoa. I thought I'd have so much time. I'll tell you, it just flies by. There we go. And I will take a picture of it when it's right. But there we go. Apples, 5 cents. You can take your little basket right here. You can stick your apples in it just like so. Look at that. Right? You could stick your apples in there. Make a little tag here. Apples for sale. And look how cute and adorable, right? Isn't that cute? I know. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It looks so real. Don't they look so real? All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on my segment with Craft Around the Clock. I do appreciate each and every one of you for popping on today. Let's see. What am I doing? And let's see. I'm in 2 minutes. Yes. Okay. All right, everybody, go catch this creator, and I will see you next time on Craft Around the Clock. Remember, everything is apples. And I will take a picture of this all set up, guys, and you'll be able to see the finished product. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.